Mutation. It is the key to our evolution. It has enabled us to evolve from a single-celled organism into the dominant species on the planet. This process is slow, normally taking thousands and thousands of years. But every few hundred millennia, evolution leaps forward.
The year was 2000. The date was July 14th. Now, before I get into more detail, if you see on the screen there's a timestamp. If you want to skip to my review of Deadpool Wolverine, go to that timestamp. I should have them chaptered if you want to go through it. But today I want to do something special. I want to talk about why this review, out of all reviews, is more special than anything. So, as you see in the review on the top there, it says, "Thank you for visiting the Puttyman Page." Who am I speaking to? Well, you're speaking to your creator, and that is me, Putty, or as the full name is, Puttyman. And once you hit that OK button, you get brought into a world called the Puttyman Page. This was made back in 2000 when I first made this thing, earlier than that, like the 1999s. And as you can see here, it's just a nice little page, some images missing, Dark Angel. I was excited for it. I'd never seen it yet at that point, but the up-and-coming Jessica Alba really got me excited. But if you go over to the left-hand side here and go to menu, you'll see there's different categories of stuff I love. And this is back in the 1999, guys. So this shows my fandom. Comic books, music, video games, stars, television, figures, comic strips, movies, manga, Puttyman Club, other issues, humor, friends. But anyway, I'm ranting. But if you click on comic books, you'll see the first thing that pops up here is a Wolverine. And it says, enter Puttyman's comic book world. Click on Wolverine. And the first thing you see when you go to Cool Comics is what I called it. I was not very inventive with names, ladies and gentlemen. You see, the movie is finally here, but is it all it's cracked up to be? Ladies and gentlemen, this was my official talk of the first X-Men movie before it came out. I went through details as the release date has been set for July 14th, and the hype is getting bigger and bigger as this date arrives. The cast has been chosen, and the script has been written, and the movie is underway. But the rumors start to spread over the internet. I've seen false pics and stories of what's going on with this movie. The truth is only months away. I have been waiting years for this movie to get on its feet, and this day has finally come. The problem with this is the internet is full of rumors and false pics that even pull me in. One topic that's over the internet is Anna Paquin, who is playing Rogue. There has not been much information on the character, but pics have been swarmed the net. One topic people are asked about is about Rogue's hair, not having the white skunk line in her hair. Spoiler alert, off the topic, guys, she does eventually get it at the end of the movie. But if you haven't seen the movie, it's been out there for, 24 years? So, sorry, it's about time. Anyway, but in the pictures over the internet, you see no white streak. The following picture is a picture of Anna in the Rogue outfit. I don't know if the picture is true, but it does make you think. And then it's this picture right here of Rogue. Now, I'm going to move on and read the rest of it. And then I wrote the premise down, and it says the movie is set to release July 14, 2000. It's to be a blockbuster hit. If you want to find a story with some truth, then check out the official X-Men the movie website. And then, of course, you see who's in it. Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier, Ian McKellen, Famke Janssen, James Marsden, and then right here, Hugh Jackman as Logan Wolverine. Now, back then, I did not have faith in him. I was scared. But everyone was talking about it. There was great expectations. The X movie could rule the summer, which it did. And this I've been there since the beginning, guys. I've literally been I've been in love with X-Men since the beginning, and even with these movies. And I followed all these characters and their movie theater, times, and I just followed it since the beginning. And you'll notice too that I particularly put all these characters, but then I put Hugh Jackman right here, where I actually did more images of him as Wolverine. This was special to me. And why was that? Was because, hey, if I couldn't get Deadpool, who better than to get Wolverine? He was iconic. He was special. This review is special to me. And I wanted to show why it was special. Why this movie has so much weight to my heart. And boy, you're about to see that when it comes to my review. So I just wanted you guys to have a little time capsule of what it was. And this movie has been 24 years in the making, guys. Like, we've been waiting for him to wear that yellow and blue suit. And we got him in that yellow and blue suit. And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I am just happy as heck. but I'm gonna let my live self tell you how excited I am. So with that being said, um, me, take it over. How do you do, G-Pop crew? It's your nutty buddy Putty here, and it's that time, baby. So first and foremost, this is going to be my spoiler-free review. As you guys saw the intro, I had to put that in there. If you skip to this, that's fine. I had to talk about my love of how all this started with my obsession with the movies and everything, all the way from the cartoons, things of that nature. So if you guys watched it, thank you for watching that part. It was extra special to me. If you didn't, that's fine. You just came for the review. You wanted to see what I was talking about. Oh my God. Um, First and foremost, I'm gonna have to stop being biased because I freaking love this movie, I, and I'm very happy with it. Now I'm gonna try to extrude, gonna extrude my my joy by trying to let people understand that this was a fan service movie for sure. Um, Fan service, as you can see, I'm a little crazy there. I'm very very happy with how things went. I This movie is special to me. I ended up seeing it 3 times, all in one night. Loved it. I'll be posting a video about that as well. Um, there's just so much to talk about, and I don't want to go deep into it without going to my breakdown, which I'm doing a huge breakdown. I know Rockstar, a new Rockstar is going to post theirs today, but if you could watch mine instead, but a true fanatic, because that's just what bring me such joy. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share, please. But this movie hits the heartstrings. It's so funny. I heard so many people laugh, so many when things happen. It's an emotional story that, if you're not a fan, you may hit a lot of points, especially if you don't understand the Fox and Disney merger. I feel like Hugh Jackman knocked it out of the park of this. This is the Wolverine I've always dreamed of. And the thing is, don't get me wrong, I loved Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, but like everyone's wanted I've always wanted the more brutish one, the one that we got from the cartoon and the comic books, and I feel like we got this. I feel like Hugh Jackman put his heart and soul to this movie, and Ryan Reynolds just the chemistry between those two just works so well in this movie. It's such a nice moment where even when they're fighting, you're like, no, I don't want you to fight, but it's integral to the part to this movie. And I mean, if you've seen trailers, you know that there is a fight, there is fighting between them two. But what exudes from this is just heart and emotion and fan service. Oh, the fan service. If you're a Wolverine or a Deadpool fan, you're going to get the fan service you've been begging for. I promise you. If you're a fan of either one of those characters, you are going to come into this as a fan, more a fan than anything else. This exudes the emotion that these characters you wanted. And like, I thought Deadpool 1 was such a great movie, but like this, it feels so different. It feels so much better. Like he's got something, like he's got some kind of energy. It's kind of like, you know how when you go to something and you don't have your friends there, and then when you have your friends there, there's so much more excitement. Like you go to a concert and you don't have your friends there at that concert with you, and it just doesn't feel right, or you're missing that friend. That's what Deadpool has missed. He's missed his friend, and he now has his friend, and it's like the chemistry is just so outstanding between the two. Now I know there's going to be things that people are expecting. There's going to be things that people are wanting, and do they deliver? Well, it depends on what you're wanting. And I'm not going to say, again, when I do my breakdown, that'll tell you. And if you decide not to see the movie and go to my breakdown is going to be huge. When I saw it 3 times, I documented every little big thing to me. There's a few things that when we go to RLG Cast, big promotion there, or Johnny Donuts, we're pretty sure it's gonna be on RLG Cast. When we go to RLG Cast to talk about this, one thing I'm gonna be so excited to bring up to them, and they are going to hate that I'm gonna bring it up. Even though they're going to say, well, it wasn't the whole thing. Well, no, we got what I wanted. And I said they're going to go into it one time, and it happened. And when it happened, I freaked out. And I'm not, again, no spoilers. You're not going to know what I'm talking about unless you watch a lot of RLG casts, especially our X-Men/Deadpool videos. There's something I talk about a lot, and it happened. And I was like, oh, and I teared up. There's so many times I teared up in this movie when I saw things that I wanted so badly to happen within the X-Men spectrum, and like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman delivered this. They delivered this is a fan service movie, and it's like I'm about to choke up just talking right now. Like I love this movie. I love this movie. Oh, I'm so happy this movie exists in my life. Like, it's one of those things where I can't wait for Secret Wars. And I know my life has been great, but this just motivates me to want to work stronger in my life and just to, because I want to see what more. I want to see more because this made me embrace wanting to be around, to be part of what the MCU is about to be. And I am so excited. I hope they do things that I've been waiting for in the past, and it's probably not going to happen. Maybe they'll do it when they do the reset and everything. But this movie, like I know I'm gonna be very honest when it comes to my rating, and I'm gonna drop it a number because I know there's some things that should have been done that weren't there, and some plot points. For me, you know me. If you know what my rating, and my love of Deadpool and Wolverine, then you understand that I would probably end up giving this a 10 out of 10. But I'm gonna be biased or not be biased. I'm not going to be biased, and I'm going to say 9 out of 10 for me. Still a high number. Honestly, if this is just based on being a reviewer, I'm saying 9 out of 10. As a fan, this is 20 out of 10. I know that sounds stupid, but like, I love this movie so much. I'm I'm going to see it again on Saturday. I can't wait to go with my friends to see this. I know they're going to have a lot of questions. I'm there to answer them. If they don't want me to answer them, I'm there to just smile and see the reactions. The reactions are what makes some of this great. Like, seeing this on day one with people is just an amazing thing. Bring your friends. The first movie was about love. The second movie is about family. And this movie is about friendship. Love, family, and friendship. Three things that you want in your life. And I have that in my life. And like, lately, my friendships have just went up in so much ways. And for this to be so focused on friendship is just such a great feeling. And it's so good that I'm gonna be able to go with my friends to see this movie and see their reactions, even though I know they're not gonna be as hyped as I am. But just any joke that's gonna hit, anytime that it may even pull their heartstrings for any of them that are actually fans, it's so. Oh, I love this movie. Now, understand, so I can actually give you more details outside of spoilers. This movie can be a little bit chaotic. It can be a little sporadic at times if you're not aware of certain things. But keep it in mind too, when you come into this movie, you are seeing a Deadpool movie, and you know he's breaking the fourth wall. He's going to talk about real life events as well as events in the actual comic books, and even from other genres of comic books and other movies. He's going to poke at everything when it comes to this. So be ready to be taken outside the box. But what's really great about this movie is, even though the fourth wall is broken, when there's emotional points of the movie, they do a good job of not overshadowing it with comedy, nor does it feel like what comedy is brought into the dramatic parts is really overhauling that dramatic part. As in, like, it's not overshadowing it, because the dramatic or heartfelt parts feel heartfelt to the point where it's like, okay, I feel this emotion, and if a joke does come in, it at least fits the realm of that emotional state, to where you feel like, okay, this doesn't bother me as much. You know what I mean? It really works for its state. Now, again, that might be just fan service because I like the fourth wall breaking. I like being part of it, and I think that's what makes this movie special, is because it has that friendship. It has that heart, that what happens is you feel very a part of it, because he looks at the camera and says, "Hey, I get where you're coming from." You know what I mean? Like, certain scenes when he looks at the camera, and I'm not even talking dramatic scenes. Let's say that scenes of something, someone says something, and then they go like, there's their irony behind it, where he looks at looks at the screen, and he's like, "You guys know why I'm looking at the screen. You know why." And that's because we know the outside information that's happening when it comes into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or, like, for example, things that might be happening. And so, like, there's one scene in a vehicle. That's all I'm gonna say. And someone says something, and then he looks at the camera. And when he does, for those that don't know what happens in real life, they're gonna be like, why did he look at the camera? Why did he break the fourth wall and look at the camera? But for us true fans that have been following Marvel and all this stuff, we didn't understand that joke, and it hits, it lands. Is this the only thing I am worried about, much like the other Deadpool movies, is they're really good, but like someone 20 years from now, a lot of these jokes aren't going to land. It's very, very topical humor that hits with the moment that we're in right now. So I can understand that this won't age as great down the road. There are so many jokes that will age really nicely, especially with Marvel-oriented stuff. So understand that seeing this later down the road may not, a lot of these jokes may not hit. And if you're not a Marvel fan, a lot of these jokes are not going to hit, especially if you're not a Marvel fan in general, which includes comic books, the movies, the cartoons. There's always something there that he's hitting on a joke that just hits so well for those fanatics. This was a fan service movie. Well, clearly, even when it came to go into the movies, this is a fan service movie. And boy, did they hit out the park. Honestly, if I'm going to say this right now, and for everyone that's going to watch this, for everyone that knows me on a personal level, whether it be, the whole RLG Pot community, I'm actually calling RLG Pot 77 because we got RLG, we got RLG Mini G Pot, and then we got Johnny Donuts 777. So I kind of monikered the whole thing in my eyes called RLG Pot 77. I like the ring. I have a thing that has a ring to it, but all of RLG Pot 77 are going to look at this movie, and I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to say, dude, this movie was made for Putty. And I know that sounds weird. I'm being very, very poignant to myself, but like, there's certain scenes that you're going to see that they're going to see, and like for example, Johnny Donuts and John Campo are going to see, and they're going to go, "Oh God, Putty's going to freak out." Whoops! And I hope I didn't unplug the mic right there. That they're all going to just be like, "Oh, that was something Putty's going to love," and that happens a lot. There's a lot of scenes in there that just hit me. Like I feel like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman hit my soul and said, "Hey, buddy, we know you've been there since the first X-Men movie. We know you went into the movie theater to see the first X-Men movie, and you just your heart just went big when you realized that Hugh Jackman was Wolverine, and you misjudged him, and you did all that. And then the first time that I walked out of the theater because they sewed Deadpool's mouth shut in X-Men Origins Wolverine because I love that character so much. But then Deadpool, the first movie came out, and then my heart was overwhelmed. And then things I wanted in the X-Men universe, not just Deadpool, X-Men universe, were given to me in this. And I mean, I can't wait to go into the breakdown. Like, I'm going to probably do a thing like top 5 or top 10 moments that felt like they were made for me in this breakdown. I'm not joking. When I make this breakdown, I'm going to have a thing called top 5. So it's going to be like, number 5 moment. And I'm going to count down those moments where I feel like they made them for me. And people are going to be like, why? And I'm going to be like, I'm going to reference things in my past that are going to be like, oh my God, he's right. He really, really freaking loved this because it really hit so many good points that you love. If you're a fan like me, you love what they did. So again, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 only because I know for a lot of people that have not seen these worlds, it's going to be very hard to understand at times, and without having someone like myself to geek out and explain it to. So, again, me, I would give it 20 out of 10 if I could, which that's not realistic, and I would give it a 10 out of 10, which it can be realistic, but I've got to be realistic with myself. This isn't an end game. But this is damn sure better than Multiverse of Madness. This is how you do a multiverse movie. No Way Home is the way you do a multiverse movie. These are how you do multiverse movies. And I know one of my fans is not going to be happy I say that, especially since one of the multiverse movies has one of his favorite characters. But I'm sorry. This is way better than that movie. And I mean, if people don't want to agree with me, that's fine. I get it. That's fine. That might be me being biased, and that's okay. I'm actually kind of excited to see how Johnny Donuts and Campo react to this movie. I don't know when they're going to see it and when we're going to do the review, but when we do, guys, I'm going to say this: if you watch my review, please don't do it without me because we need to have these conversations. I need to geek out with you guys. Just let me have those moments. But yeah, that's it, guys. 9 out of 10 for me. I love this movie. It hits so many poignant points. And I feel like if you're going to see it without getting spoilers this weekend, you need to go be social media absent because a lot of people are going to be talking about this movie. I think it's going to break records. I think it's going to be a big deal. And I'm so happy that something in my life did not turn out horribly for me not to be able to have this moment and see it. And honestly, every day that I did this 25 Days of Deadpool has been a joyous thing. But I I feel like I could have done more just to show love for this movie, even though I did 25 Days of Deadpool. But like, I should have done 25 Days of Deadpool and Wolverine. I should have shown love to Wolverine more, but I did. There's some videos that have Wolverine in it. I mean, the claws. Oh God! See, even wearing these, once you see the movie, if you'll understand. Go back and watch my 25 Days of Deadpool, and like for example, go watch my go watch the movie, and then go back and watch my Funko Pop review, and watch the irony when it comes to that part, because seeing that now and then seeing that I did that before I even knew the movie existed feels like I just kind of like guessed it in my eyes. Like I just guessed these things were going to happen. And you'll know what I mean when you put things together. But oh man, I'm fan girl, boy, whatever you want to call it. I am fanning person over this movie. I'm very happy this exists. Of course, I'm gonna just admit it. When they come out with the Blu-rays and DVDs, I'm gonna geek out and collect. That's it. And these are gonna be movies. This is a movie I'm gonna obsessively rewatch. Like I did that with Deadpool 1 and 2, but this one I feel like even more. I keep pulling the mic. I keep pulling the cord of the mic away from me out of excitement. My hands are moving and everything. So sorry about that, guys. But oh man, oh. This movie did wonders for me, and I'm sorry that I didn't get my review out yesterday, but I got home late, Uber Lyft, they got me home late, like 2 o'clock. I said, I want to put this out during the day. I want this to be fresh, and so I'm going to be doing the breakdown later tonight when I get home. I got to go do some shopping, but I'm going to do this review first, then come home and do the breakdown. I've sat through the movie 3 times. I even illegally recorded some stuff. Sorry, but I just had to. There's a lot that happens. There's points I can't write everything down quick enough, so I had to actually just be like, okay, I'm gonna have to record this on my camera, then take it home and analyze it and pull things out for my breakdown. This breakdown is probably going to be my biggest breakdown I've ever done of something that's not home. Now, keep in mind, if I have a movie at home or video at home, I can sit there and analyze it. When you go to the movie theater, it's kind of hard because you can't pause it and look at something. You know what I mean? I went 3 times. That gave me enough to analyze stuff. I think I got every point in this movie. If I didn't, that's fine. People like New Rockstar will have what I don't, but I feel like my breakdown is going to be special. So first and foremost, Deadpool Wolverine skin should be coming out in 4 nights. So if they do, use my code PUTTY, P-U-T-T-Y. They haven't come out yet, but hopefully they'll come out today after this review drops later on tonight, 8 o'clock. Make sure you share, subscribe, hit notification bells, and I know I'm going through a screw of those, but make sure you guys are here for my breakdown. I feel like it's gonna be special. I can't wait to show you guys. Oh, I'm going to see it again on Saturday, and I've never been so excited to go see a movie for the 4th time in one weekend. Like that, just from the start get-go, I am like, I'm into it. Like I just want to talk about the movie, and I'm holding back so much right now, guys. You have no idea how much I'm holding back from wanting to just spill my guts and spoil, but I feel like that's for the breakdown. I will leave my hype here, and then at the breakdown, I'll bring the hype for those moments that really got me excited, but actually do a full breakdown. Probably breakdown might not even come out till tomorrow if I'm working on it all night, but you know what? This is going to be the funnest thing I'm going to ever work on, and it's going to be so much hard work, but it's so worth it. Oh, Deadpool Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine are now in the MCU. They made a great movie and entering into it. Sean Levy, God, thank you for being friends with these 2 guys and making this movie so good. As always, I'm Putty with the G-Pop crew. And you know what we do? We fanboy over Deadpool 2, and I should have worn my white pants today. Honestly, I should have. Peace.
Breakdown is tomorrow, and I'm excited to say I love this freaking movie in every single way. The movie is so awesome, I'm so happy to report. Drop a like and subscribe just to show your support.